Jupiter. Just saying the name brings to mind something massive, something powerful. And you'd be right. Jupiter is the undisputed king of our solar system, a gas giant so large that over 1,300 Earths could fit inside it. Imagine that for a second, our entire planet, replicated over 1,000 times over, swallowed whole by this colossal world. When you look up at the night sky, Jupiter shines brightly, a beacon among the stars. It's a captivating sight, a reminder of the vastness and wonder that lie beyond our own pale blue dot. You might even be able to spot its 4 largest moons with a good pair of binoculars, tiny pinpricks of light dancing around their massive planetary host. But Jupiter's beauty is more than skin deep. This gas giant is a swirling vortex of color, a chaotic ballet of storms and clouds. Its atmosphere is a mesmerizing tapestry of vibrant hues, bands of orange, brown, and white, all interwoven with stunning complexity. This visual feast is just a taste of the incredible forces at play on this giant world. Hold on to your hats, folks, because Jupiter is one speedy planet. This massive world spins on its axis at an astonishing rate, completing a full rotation in just under 10 hours. To put that into perspective, a single day on Jupiter is shorter than a typical workday here on Earth. This rapid rotation isn't just a fun fact, it's one of the key ingredients in Jupiter's wild and chaotic weather. The planet's atmosphere is a maelstrom of colossal storms, some of which dwarf our entire planet. Imagine hurricanes so powerful that they make Earth's fiercest cyclones look like gentle breezes. And then there's the Great Red Spot. This iconic storm, a swirling vortex of crimson-colored clouds, has been raging for centuries. It's so large that you could fit 3 Earths inside it comfortably. If you were ever unlucky enough to get caught in its grip, you'd be tossed around by winds exceeding 400 miles per hour. Not exactly ideal vacation weather. Believe it or not, Jupiter played a crucial role in shaping our solar system, and even in the formation of our own planet. In the early days, when the solar system was young and chaotic, Jupiter wasn't always content to stay in its lane. This giant world embarked on a grand migration, a cosmic dance that brought it closer to the sun and then back out again. As Jupiter moved through the early solar system, its immense gravity acted like a cosmic sculptor, pulling and tugging on the surrounding material. It scattered debris, herded planetesimals, and generally stirred things up. While this may sound destructive, it was actually essential for the formation of Earth and other rocky planets. Jupiter's gravitational influence helped to clear out the inner solar system, preventing the formation of a super-Earth that could have consumed all the available material. Instead, it allowed smaller, rocky worlds like our own to coalesce and evolve into the planets we know and love today. Jupiter may be the largest and most massive planet in our solar system, but it's surprisingly lightweight for its size. In fact, it's mostly made up of gas, primarily hydrogen and helium, just like the Sun. This means that despite its enormous girth, Jupiter's density is relatively low. To put things into perspective, if you could somehow find a bathtub big enough to hold Jupiter, it would actually float on water. Of course, finding such a bathtub would be a challenge in itself, but it's an interesting thought experiment nonetheless. Despite its low density, Jupiter's massive size means that its gravity still holds sway over everything else in the solar system. It's like the big kid on the playground, influencing the orbits of planets, asteroids, and even comets with its powerful gravitational pull. Jupiter isn't just a planet, it's a mini solar system all on its own. This gas giant boasts a sprawling family of at least 79 moons, each with its own unique story to tell. Some are icy worlds, others are volcanic hellscapes, and still others may even harbor the potential for life as we know it. Among Jupiter's most famous moons are the 4 Galilean satellites, Io, Europa, Ganymede, and Callisto. These were the first moons to be discovered orbiting another planet, and they continue to fascinate astronomers to this day. Io is a volcanic world constantly erupting with fountains of molten lava. Europa, on the other hand, is an icy moon with a subsurface ocean that could potentially harbor life. And then, there are Jupiter's rings. While not as prominent or well known as Saturn's majestic rings, Jupiter does indeed have a faint ring system of its own. These rings are made up of dust and small particles, likely debris from collisions between Jupiter's moons and passing space rocks. Jupiter's swirling clouds and vibrant bands are a sight to behold, but what lies beneath this mesmerizing exterior? The answer, as you might expect, is anything but simple. Jupiter's atmosphere is a complex and dynamic system, with layers upon layers of gas, liquid, and even metallic hydrogen. As you descend through Jupiter's atmosphere, the pressure and temperature increase dramatically. The colorful cloud tops give way to a hazy layer of ammonia and water ice, followed by a region of ammonium hydrosulfide clouds. Deeper still, the hydrogen gas that makes up the bulk of Jupiter's atmosphere becomes so compressed that it actually behaves like a liquid metal. At the very center of this giant world, scientists believe there may be a solid core, perhaps composed of rock and ice. However, the extreme conditions at Jupiter's core make it difficult to study directly, so its exact composition remains a mystery. Jupiter isn't just big and powerful, it also has a magnetic personality. Literally, this gas giant possesses the strongest magnetic field of any planet in our solar system, a field so powerful that it stretches far out into space, forming a protective bubble around the planet called the magnetosphere. This magnetosphere acts like a giant shield, deflecting harmful solar wind and radiation away from Jupiter and its moons. But it's not all just about protection. Jupiter's magnetosphere is also responsible for some of the most spectacular auroras in our solar system. These dazzling light shows occur when charged particles from the sun interact with Jupiter's magnetic field, creating brilliant curtains of light that dance across the planet's poles. However, Jupiter's magnetic field is not without its dangers. It also traps high-energy particles from the sun, creating intense radiation belts that can be hazardous to spacecraft. Exploring this region of space requires careful planning and shielding to protect sensitive instruments from the harsh radiation environment. Jupiter is often called a failed star, and with good reason. This gas giant is primarily composed of hydrogen and helium, the same elements that make up our Sun. In fact, if Jupiter had been about 80 times more massive, it would have ignited nuclear fusion in its core and become a star in its own right. However, Jupiter's mass fell short of this critical threshold, leaving it stranded as a planet. While it may have missed its chance to shine as a star, Jupiter's immense size and gravitational influence still make it a dominant force in our solar system. Jupiter's almost star status places it in a unique category of celestial objects known as brown dwarfs. These objects are more massive than planets but not quite massive enough to sustain nuclear fusion like stars. They occupy a fascinating middle ground between these two categories, providing valuable insights into the processes of star and planet formation. Jupiter's allure has captivated astronomers for centuries, but it wasn't until the dawn of the space age that we were able to truly begin to unravel its mysteries. Over the decades, numerous spacecraft have ventured to this gas giant, beaming back incredible images and data that have revolutionized our understanding of this complex world. From the early flybys of Pioneer and Voyager to the dedicated missions of Galileo and Juno, each encounter with Jupiter has revealed new secrets and deepened our fascination with this enigmatic world. We've learned about its turbulent atmosphere, its complex magnetic field, and its intriguing moons, some of which may even harbor the potential for life. And the exploration of Jupiter is far from over. Future missions such as NASA's Europa Clipper are planned to further investigate the habitability of Jupiter's icy moons, searching for signs of life in these potentially habitable environments. Jupiter is a planet of superlatives, the largest, most massive, and arguably the most captivating world in our solar system. It's a swirling vortex of color, a chaotic ballet of storms and clouds, and a testament to the power of gravity. But it's also much more than that. Jupiter is a reminder that our solar system is a place of endless wonder and discovery, a cosmic playground where giants roam and secrets abound. It's a place where a single day can be shorter than ours, where storms can rage for centuries, and where moons may harbor the potential for life. So the next time you look up at the night sky and see Jupiter shining brightly, take a moment to appreciate the sheer scale and magnificence of this gas giant. And who knows, perhaps one day we'll unlock all of its secrets and discover that Jupiter is even more amazing than we ever imagined.